What's up, guys? So I just finished my workout, just got back home, and before I went up to my apartment, I decided to just come up here on the rooftop like I typically do when I come from the gym, kind of just get some fresh air and breathe a little bit. And I decided, let me go ahead and shoot a video or record a video before I get my day started. We got some things we got to do today. And so while I was at the gym, I was thinking about everything that happened within the last week or so, even in the United States. And I decided, hey, why not, just make a video on it. But I'm gonna start with last night. So last night, my family and I, we were watching a movie. And the movie we were watching was Teal. And if you don't know the movie Teal, that's the story of Emmett Till, the young black boy from Chicago who went down to Mississippi to visit his cousins and ended up getting brutally murdered by some white folks because he whistled at a white woman. I knew the basis of the story, but just didn't know the intricate details. So I'm watching this with my wife and my daughter, as she was watching it, she was saying like, Poppy, he just told the lady she looked like a movie star and then showed her a picture of a pretty lady and he just whistled at her. Why did they do that to him? And she said this throughout the whole movie, like as things kept transpiring, and all she could think of, but he just whistled at her and he just told her she looked beautiful. So at the end of the movie, she said it again. She was like, but Poppy, anybody that tells you look like a movie star is a compliment. I just don't understand. So she went on to say, if you do that today, nothing is gonna happen to you. And I tell you, man, the innocence of kids, man, is just, I don't know, man, it's wild. Because their minds or brains cannot wrap their head around this nonsense. And I say that to get to what we're gonna talk about today. What has occurred in the US this week? This incident happened maybe the day after, maybe because they don't go to school on Labor Day, but this probably happened on Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't remember right now, but it happened this week in Winder, Georgia, or at the Appalachian High School, where a 14-year-old kid went inside a school and opened fire on teachers and classmates, killing 2 teachers and 2 students. This is absolutely horrible. It's disgusting and it's horrible. And I'm gonna say this, after watching the news and hearing people talk about this situation, some of the things that came out during the investigation, and one of them was, well, I'm gonna give you a couple of them, I think I have a couple of them. One of them was, the kid made these comments a year ago when he was 13 years old, saying that he was going to shoot up a school. He said this a year ago online. The FBI went to visit him, and what they end up coming up with, to my knowledge, is that he said someone was, using his name or whatever, and that wasn't really him. So they closed out the investigation. I don't know what they did at that point, but they no longer considered it a threat from my understanding. Here's what I say about that. If you get a tip of a student or a child threatened to cause any type of harm or commit any type of terrorist act at a school, I think you should let the parents be aware of who this person is. Because as a parent, I don't care whether he said it was him or not. I want to know, because I need to know. I need to make a decision as a parent whether I need to continue to send my kid to that school, or as a parent, I need to do a little bit more investigation myself. Does this child really means what he say? Does he have any type of issues? But I need to make that decision. Law enforcement should make a decision that the case is closed because some kids say, oh, just wasn't me. Somebody used my name and they were playing as if it was me. That's not fair to the parents. That is not fair to the parents. Because as a parent, I would want to know, and I would want to have some type of say-so in what I do with my child. That's number one. Number two, it was also said that his father, his dad, bought him a AR-15 style rifle for his 13th birthday. I'm gonna say that again. His dad bought him a 13-year-old AR-15 style rifle for his birthday. Now, what kind of sick parent would buy their child a weapon of war? A 13-year-old. What in the hell is he gonna do with an AR-15 style rifle? Don't tell me about no hunting shit. I don't know anybody that hunts with AR-15 style rifles. Listen, man, when I was 13 years old, all I wanted was the BMX dirt bike with the disc. You know, it had the disc where you couldn't see the spokes. That's what I wanted at 13. I didn't want a rifle. And guess what? Even if I wanted the rifle, you think my mom is gonna buy me a rifle? What kind of parents are out there now that's buying their kids weapons of war? I recently heard yesterday that the dad is gonna be charged for murder because of this, and rightfully so. And guess what? I hope they send him to the worst shithole in America to do his time. And whatever happens to him, happens to him. That's number two. Number three, and I'm just gonna get political for a minute, because I don't like to talk politics. But I'm just gonna tell you what I see. Every time there's an immigrant, illegal immigrant, or there's the rainbow community where people are talking about, oh, they're pushing this, they're pushing that. The first thing that comes out of Republicans' mouths are the Democrats are the reason for this, the Democrats this, the Democrats, the liberals this, the liberals that. Okay, that's cool. But soon as there's a mass shooting and kids are dying or people are dying, those same people don't say, hey, we need to, which are Republicans who don't want common sense gun laws passed, they want to blame it on mental health. Listen, man, mental health is not unique to the United States of America. Mental health issues exist all over. So that's not unique to America. But what is unique to America is mass shootings. There are people all over the world with mental health issues. You don't see them committing these type of violent acts. This is uniquely an American problem. And mass shootings have become just as American as apple pie. Something needs to be done about it. And I heard yesterday the potential vice president, shall I say, the potential vice president candidate, J.D. Vance, made a speech saying, school shootings are just a fact of life. Huh, really? That strict gun laws would not change that. But that's easy for him to say because his child is not stretched out all over the floor with blood leaking from their head or their body. And until your child is laying there on the ground with military style bullets piercing their body, whoever makes a comment like that needs to shut the fuck up. Excuse my French. Because this has gotten out of hand. I can't imagine the pain that these parents feel sending their kids off to school and they don't come back home. And you getting a call saying that your child is dead. And the first thing that these people get up on stage and talk about is, we can't do anything about it. It's not because of this, it's not because of that. Yes, you can do something about it. Something can be done. And people who say the more guns, the safer it is full of shit. America has a problem. And I told y'all in one video before, when that happened at Sandy Hook with those 6-year-old white kids and they didn't do anything about it, I knew America had no soul. If I had to choose where I wanted to live in the United States, where people can just buy AR-15 style rifles, no background checks, no mental checks, you could be 13 to have a weapon. You don't even have to have a permit somewhere. In a lot of these states, you don't have to have a permit. You could be a convicted felon. All these type of things can happen. Or I can live in Dominican Republic. Guess what? I'm gonna take my chances with the Dominican Republic. So guys, until the end, remember, always keep your goals at the forefront of your mind. Always live in the present, because that's the only way you're gonna live your best life. And I'm out. Peace.
Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, no.